A fire, but no alarm.
There was no fire alarm.
The fire alarm didn't go off.
There was no fire alarm.
This was Whitechapel yesterday afternoon. A building on fire, where residents are told to stay put in their homes.
From my bedroom window, I realised a bit of smoke. I can smell smoke, and I looked out the window and I realised the corner of the building on the right-hand side on the top is on fire. It's basically blazing with flame. Well, two of my girls were home. I grabbed them and we ran downstairs. The majority of the residents were already out. I thought I was one of the last ones, but there were more people inside.
Joseph Tassu was working from home with his baby.
I've got a big knock on my door and someone said, "There's a fire, get out, get out, get out." And then I just grabbed my baby and, managed to get out. It was terrible because I saw people going down, shaking and all that stuff.
Today, the roads surrounding the building remain closed. And to passers-by, the damage by the fire is an object of horror and fascination. It took 125 firefighters and more than 3 hours to put out the flames. One woman had to be rescued from one of the top floors, but everyone made it out alive. The London Fire Brigade grateful for this new ladder, the longest in Europe, and one they got after the Grenfell fire.
We helped it by using a water tower, so it helped fighting the fire, but also giving clear observations to our crews. And they are direct lessons that we've implemented since the terrible tragedy of Grenfell Tower.
And like Grenfell, there were warnings. ITV News has learnt the building failed a fire safety inspection in 2020, with residents raising concerns with their landlord. This is just one example of the building safety crisis. In this case, people were worried about balconies made of timber, but it underlines the fact that it's not always about flammable cladding.
The remediation of that has just been in the air for so long now. And yeah, I hope that this event, if nothing else, gets some impetus to fix this.
So it's not safe. It's not safe at all.
I don't feel safe to go back in. I can still smell the smoke on my flat, but thinking what happened yesterday and seeing that fire, I don't feel safe to go back in.
No matter how much they say it's safe enough for us to go in, obviously they just can't accommodate all these people. Where are they going to put them? So when you think about it, we're basically going into the building with our own risk, and they won't take any responsibility for it.
So, Rax, who's responsible for this?
Well, this is actually a good example of how bad things get when it comes to fire safety. So, as we saw in that report, the residents knew they had a problem back in 2020. They were told about flammable material on their balconies. But work to get this fixed costs millions. So who pays? And this is when it becomes really complicated. The developer, a company called Redrow, actually sold its freehold to someone else, a foreign investor. So we get in a situation when everyone blames someone else to pay for these large bills. As for the government, they only seem to be caring about flammable cladding, but as we see there, the issue is much more widespread. So 5 years after Grenfell, the fire safety issue is still a complete mess.
Indeed. Rags, thank you.